talking about the cancellation and the second edition of the African Triathlon Sprint Cup and the West African Triathlon Championship that was supposed to come on the 28th of March and was postponed. How has the postponement affected you and affected the federation?
It has affected us greatly because we were getting a huge sponsorship for that program. And in Ghana, our sponsorship is only a season. Sometimes when you are lucky, you can get 3 or 4 years, but the sponsorship we had this year was just for the program. And the program was promising to be a huge program. Last year, those who came last year were all coming. And we had new international triathletes were also coming. And this time we were doing the West African Championship alongside the African Cup. And almost every country within the sub-region of West Africa had confirmed their participation. So everything was just 2 weeks, under 2 weeks before the program and the COVID came. And we have to write to countries, write to individual triathletes who have shown interest. Even at that time, some of them had already bought their tickets. So we're contemplating what to do with them. Because you have invited them, you are giving the announcement, they bought their ticket, yet it is nobody's fault that the program is no more coming. But do you leave the athlete or do you leave those coming just to go and cater for their cost? So it was something that we are still discussing, whether we have to give them something small to defray part of the cost. So talking to Senegal, talking to Sierra Leone, but they have already bought their tickets. So we need to talk to them and see how we can manage the cost. In terms of the Ghanaian athletes too, everybody was disappointed, but they could not put the blame on anybody because it was just a natural factor that has caused all this thing. So in terms of organizations, we canceled everything local and postponed the international competition to next year. And our sponsors had just gone with like that. So we couldn't have gone to them to tell them that, okay, the program is not coming on, so give us the money. It doesn't work like that. So we wrote back to them and indicated that because of the COVID-19 issue, our program has been rescheduled to another date. And the sponsorship was meant only for that program. So when the program was not coming, there's no need for it. There's no way we could have gone for the sponsorship again. And what we're trying to do is that we're trying to leverage on the first sponsorship, so that if the sponsors see what we've done with the money or with the sponsorship, perhaps they could come back to sponsor that the next year. And so we didn't get the opportunity to really showcase the sport triathlon to our sponsors. So we'll still go back to them and see whether they can still give it the opportunity to really show what triathlon can do with their brand. So that was a huge thing that affected us very seriously. But we have the track record of maintaining good sponsorship. We had a sponsorship from Campiski, which lasted about 3 years. We had Cowbell, which is going into the 4th year. So we have the track record of maintaining giving good branding to our sponsors. That's why we wanted to add these new sponsors onto our sponsorship list. But God knows why this thing couldn't come out. So we're still praying that maybe next year we'll still get them.